Not exactly sure what this guy's message is. I'm not even going to try to read it. Anyways, do you guys remember Arsenio Hall? Some of you probably never even heard of him, which is scary because that tells me how old I am. So anyways, Arsenio Hall, I used to watch him when I was a kid, and he used to have this expression, things that make you go, I don't know if you guys remember that. So this is a story that would make Arsenio Hall and the rest of us go, like what the hell are people thinking? We all know what kind of neighborhood we're in when the neighbor has tinfoil on their windows. Okay, so I want to introduce you to a buddy of mine. This guy, his name is Damon Robinson. This dude is 19 years old. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's a hard 19 right there. This guy looks like the last time he seen 19 was 1999. Okay. So anyway, so Damon Robinson, he has a couple of buddies, right? And he tells his buddy, Xavier, he says, hey, there's a guy in this neighborhood who has some medical marijuana. He has quite a bit of it. I think we should go in there and break it into his home and steal some. And Xavier, he's only 14. So he's probably easily influenced, and he thinks for some unknown reason that this guy is cool, maybe because he has tattoos on his face. But we all remember being young and being a teenager and thinking somebody else is cool, making us possibly do stupid things that we shouldn't be doing. So they also get the help of this guy right here, Rico Stennis. Now, Rico Stennis, this guy does not look like the type of person that would want to go breaking into anybody's home to commit any kind of crime. This guy looks like the type of person that you would sit next to in class to cheat off their test, right? You know, I would even bet a couple Asian students in that classroom would probably want to glance over at his paperwork just to, you know, make sure they're keeping up with the Joneses. But for some unknown reason, these guys, they really, really want some weed. And I think that they think that there's a lot of weed in that house. So they go over to a house off of 16th and Park, which is where we're walking up to right now. Now, Rico is a little bit older than Xavier. He's 17 years of age. He's almost 18. You're almost becoming an adult. What better time than to just about when you're turning 18 to commit a serious felony like here. So Damon, he says, okay, here's the plan. We're gonna break it into this house. We're gonna be very, very quiet. And we're gonna go in there, we're gonna take the weed, we're gonna flee into the night, and we're gonna count our ill-gotten gold, or weed gold, and then we'll split it 3 ways. And then we'll be rich. And Rico, who isn't very bright, he says, yeah, okay, that sounds like a plan, for sure. And Xavier, he's down with the get down. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning, January 31st, 2020. You got three guys, pretty young. Well, 2 of them look young. And they got their whole life ahead of them, right? So they creep around this corner right here to the house where they have the medical weed. Okay, so it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and these 3 guys, they come over here to 16th and Park, and I'm not sure which house in this neighborhood was the one that they were trying to break into. Now, I should preface this by saying at the time, you know, medical marijuana, recreational marijuana was not legal in Oklahoma. It became legal, like, I think a couple of years later. I don't know if that's even important. So they come to one of these homes right here and they break in. See, but there's a problem. The guy that lived there, he doesn't care for people trying to steal his weed. So they wake up the homeowner, and the homeowner comes out to scare them off. Except that, well, he's going to do something more than scare them off. Because he has another plan. He has another thing for the three, and it's in his hands. It's a gun. Now, I don't know if these guys were armed, but they go running. They probably split up. So they split up. Were you a witness to this crime? Can you tell us what happened on the night, on the very early morning hours of January 31st, 2020? Okay. We have an uncooperative witness right here, so nothing further, Your Honor. So anyway, so they all split up, and Xavier, he's running exactly where I'm running to right now, walking, excuse me. So he runs to 16th and Oklahoma right here. And the guy that was chasing them, he lets off a couple shots. Pow, 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 pow. And Xavier drops right here, right on the intersection of 16th and Oklahoma. And this is sadly where 14-year-old Xavier Lee Condit died. Now, I didn't see anything online about the homeowner being charged with shooting Xavier. So now you have two guys, you have Damon and Rico. Now, technically, they could get away with this if they both shut up. But obviously, one of them didn't. And they probably told some people that that they all three were gonna hit a lick, if you will, like the cool kids say. So they eventually ended up arresting Damon Robinson and Rico Stennis. And they originally charged them with the murder of Xavier. And just to let you guys know, practically every state has a law that if you commit a felony in the commission of a crime and your crime partner ends up getting killed, you're charged with the murder. So eventually, they both plead to lesser charges. So Damon, he receives, it's a little bit confusing on the Oklahoma Department of Corrections website what he received, but it looks like he received 10 to 25 years in prison. And when he gets out, he'll be on parole for 10 years. So if he violates anything with his parole, he'll probably have to go back and clean up the other 15 years. That's what it looks like, or at least 10 to 15 years he'll have to clean up. This one is a head scratcher. So Rico Stennis, he gets a manslaughter conviction, but he gets 15 years in prison. So I'm sure he's faring just fine. I'm sure that he's already, hey, how you doing, buddy? I'm sure he's already been acclimated to prison life or whatever. So I don't know why he got more years than the other guy. And I think he has to do all 15 years. Now, it could be 8 years, 7 years suspended, but it looks like it's a 15-year sentence. Some prison websites, they're not ever really clear on the exact time that they have to do to get out. But man, you got three, call them kids. I know one of the kids looks like he looks like he's my age. But he had 3 kids who made a bad decision. And one of them, it cost him his life, and the other 2, they kind of threw their lives away. And now they're sitting in prison, eating top ramen, smelling other guys' farts for some weed. How ridiculous is that? Things that make you go, I had a couple of dogs come out at me as I was ending the video. And I didn't spray them. I sprayed a little bit of my mace on the ground because they look like, well, the one looks like a nice dog. The other one, not so much. He was showing his teeth, which is not a good thing. So I sprayed a little bit on the ground because I wasn't really trying to spray them in the face. Now, if it was a pit bull, I definitely would have sprayed him in the face. And I know we got a lot of pit bull people in here. It's almost like a cult with you guys. You guys and your pit bulls. Like, oh, it's not the breed, it's the owner. Okay, well, I'm still gonna spray them right in their face with the bear spray. And you can keep your breed to yourself. As a matter of fact, we got a couple stories coming up in the near future where, yeah, it's just a breed. It's just a breed. Well, okay, well, there's quite a few people in this nation that are just, they're just kind of dead because it's just kind of, it's the owner. You know, it was kind of the owner. So I don't know why this video turned into a rant, but yeah, neighborhoods like this, especially in the Midwest and the South, you got dogs all the time coming out. And that's exactly why I didn't jump on my scooter to do this video, because that's the last thing I need is to be doing 15, 20 miles an hour and some dog comes in front of me making me crash and fall on the ground. So times to use the scooter, times to not use the scooter. Yeah.